This is our small garage home gym, and while it's amazing to have something so close to the house where you don't have to drive to go to the gym, it does have one major issue. Me. I can't seem to stay organized, especially with these damn dumbbells. I normally line them up against the wall here, but they always bump the wall. And I'm afraid that I'm going to break the mirror or it's going to come crashing down on us. And even when they are lined up, they look like they're disorganized. So I came up with an idea. All right, I'm just starting to lay out the spacing and everything for these dumbbells. This was actually the hardest part, getting everything lined up and even and equally spaced, because you just want everything to look good and look even, but also have clearance so that when the dumbbells rotate, they don't like bump into each other, and you don't want any friction when you're kind of pulling the dumbbells in and out of the holders. It's me just using a red pencil here to mark the locations of the dumbbells. And once I'm happy with that, I go back in with the black marker and make everything stand out a little bit more so that when I'm cutting, I don't accidentally, cut the wrong lines or anything. I'm using a 1.5 inch spade bit here. I only want to go through about like halfway to 3/4 of the way through the plywood. If you try to go all the way through at one shot, you're gonna bust out the back end and the layers. You're gonna blow out like 2 or 3 layers of that plywood. It's gonna look like crap. Believe me, I did that. So what I did was I'm going through and just enough to where the point of the spade bit protrudes on the back end, and then I'm gonna flip the plywood over and just drill through all the way. That way I get a nice clean cut on both sides. All right, after I cut the overall dimension out, I took my small circular saw and cut out the holes a little bit wider so that the dumbbell handle can slide in and out. This took a little bit of figuring out. I actually made a template, and oh look, I made two matching sides. Yay. I actually made a template to get these dimensions right for the dumbbell to slide in and out at a certain angle. And yeah, right here I'm just routering the edges so that I don't get any splinters, because your hand is going to come in contact with these with the platform. I had a little visitor stop by. I'm not sure what he was looking for. It's just plywood, bro. But I did want to point out a mistake. I originally left this little nub kind of in there, but in reality, I needed to open it up a little bit wider. It was hitting on some of the dumbbells. So after I nibbed those off, this is just me double checking every single one so that it slides in and out real easy. And I was afraid it was going to be kind of top heavy, so I didn't want it to fall forward. So this is like a little kickstand or an extra leg that is on the front end, that's going to just give me peace of mind so that it doesn't fall over on anybody. And I'm using the dumbbell itself as a jig, I guess, to assemble. So I put the front end on one side, the back end on the other, and it's going to have middle supports, but this board with the squiggles, that's just there to kind of lift up one of these support boards off of the handle, because when you put the handle into this rack, you want a little bit of space so that your fingers don't smash up against the plywood. So I just gave it a little bit of extra room with this board lifting it up off the handle. Just a couple screws to secure it front and back. There's going to be two of these supports. Actually, if you look at the top of this, you'll see those two middle support boards. And there you go. Pretty much freestanding on its own. And I wanted to give it even more support, stability. So this frying pan looking uh, piece of wood is just another base, and it does have an extra big gap of extra plywood on the back end, and I'll show you that in a bit why I did that. And I'm just using dumbbells to weigh the thing down, as clamps. What better clamping system than dumbbells? So after it had dried to about an hour or so, I went back in and secured it with screws. I got these little sanding cylinders, these sanding things from Harbor Freight, and they work pretty good for getting in these little tight spots. It's bigger than a Dremel, and it works a lot better than that. So just rounding everything off from the inside that the router didn't get, because some of my cuts weren't the best. Just putting up against the wall, make sure that everything fits the way I thought it would fit. And actually, when I start to put the weights on there, I'll show you at the bottom. See how it has a big gap in the back? I wanted some distance from the wall. I didn't want it to move. So I put that little extra platform on the back. See how it perfectly fits that dumbbell knob? I guess the dumbbell end. And yeah, right here, I was just kind of figuring out the very top dumbbell. When I put it in, it was hitting the top little table thing I'm putting on there. So I had to lift it up with a small spacer of plywood just to lift it up another 3/4 of an inch so it had some clearance. So that's the little spacer. And then this one I'm putting on top, that's our little table thing. Normally we hook up our phone and hook up music and a little speaker and stuff, and we just plug it in and just hang it on the floor. So I wanted a little platform so that we can have everything nice and neat and elevated. Just kind of test fitting things here, throwing everything on there to make sure that it's not too top heavy, that it's stable enough before I go on and start finishing the thing. But yeah, I'm happy with the design, overall design. It was in my head for a month or so, and then seeing it in person, I'm really happy the way it was coming together. Gave it a little jiggle test, and it was good. It's gonna be in the gym. It's gonna get banged around, so I decided to do a primer coat first, and then I was just hoping that that would help, give it some longevity, and maybe it would, last a little bit longer. And then, of course, throwing on some black paint. Usually, that's the gym colors is black. So yeah, just normal rattle can gloss spray paint. It does bring out the grain a little bit when you do a little bit of gloss. So first coat went on. It was a little splotchy. It wasn't really going on smooth. And then I figured I'd hit it with another coat just to even it out, make it a little darker. Most of the weights actually cover up the wood. You don't even really see the wood itself. This is a little sanding sponge on the corners. I wanted to break up the just black tower itself, so just hitting the edges kind of wears it in a little bit, and makes it look nice. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing in here and load it up full of weights. All right. I'm going to put some 45s down there. That's why I left one open. I like this distressed look. It breaks up the solid black, gives it a little more worn in look. And then I got this so we can put our phone and our radio up here, the plug right there. Now I got all this floor space. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe yoga. All right, that's one project done. It really opens up the gym and we have so much more room now. I'm not tripping over weights anymore. There are a few more things that I want to do in the gym. I want to put some shelves up here. We have a bunch of odds and ends and crap that I want to get up out of the way. And also, we have this little floor fan that just kind of floats around wherever we want it. Might do like a wall-mounted fan that I can swivel around and stuff. But anyways, if you like that, stay tuned because there's more to come. All right, see ya.